Good morning, Year 3. Today I am going to start reading a guided reading book that we started at school on Tuesday. So we're going to read Antstorm. Before we do that, I'm going to leave the challenge words on the Twitter account, and I would like you can't see those because it's backwards, but I'm going to leave those on the Twitter account. So you can look those up. You can look them up in a dictionary if you've got one at home, or you can have a look on Google. So I'm going to start reading Antstorm, part of our guided reading, and the author is Anthony McGowan, and the artist is Jonatronics. Groovy. Right. There you go. Previously, in the story of Attack of the X-Bots, the villain known as Dr. X sends an army of X-Bots to attack the children's new micro-den. He is after the children's special watches. The micro-den is an old toy fort which is on an island in the pond in the park. The children set traps around it and manage to slow down the attack. But there are too many X-Bots. Things look desperate. Max is trapped. Then Kat has a clever idea. She leads a group of ducks back to the island with a trail of bread. The ducks peck at the X-Bots and fend off the attack. The children are safe. Doot, 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 for now. Chapter 1. Ice Cream Attack. Max, Kat, Ant and Tiger were in their new micro-den. The fort made a brilliant base. It had already survived one serious attack from Dr. X and his X-Bots, but the children were working hard to improve its defences. They didn't know when the next attack would come. They strengthened the walls by nailing up planks of wood, lolly sticks of course. They dug more traps outside the walls. They even put an early warning system, a network of cotton threads crisscrossing the little island. The children tied the threads to tin cans. Tiger's job was to put the stones in the cans. If anything touched a thread, the tin cans would rattle, and the children would know that something or someone was trying to sneak up on them. Now they were having a rest. Max used his watch to grow back to full size and bought them all ice creams. Sadly, when he shrank back down to return to the island, the ice creams shrank as well. They sat in the cool of the den and licked their ice creams. Suddenly, Tiger yelled out, "Ant!" "What?" Ant replied. "Ant!" Tiger repeated. His eyes were bulging. Can you bulge your eyes? "What is it?" said Ant, getting a little annoyed. "Ant!" was all that Tiger could say. "Ant! Ant! Ant!" He was pointing now. Max and Kat looked round. "Ant!" they all yelled together. Ant was cross. "Look, I'm getting sick of this." But he stopped when he heard the scuffling noise behind him. He turned and the colour drained from his face. "Ant!" "Oh," he gulped. Before anyone could move, the ant lunged forwards, snapping its sharp jaws. Ant went cold. He knew that when ants attack, it never gives up. He closed his eyes, waiting for the end. But this ant was only interested in one thing. It grabbed Ant's ice cream and scuttled away. Chapter 2. The Sting in the Tail. "Phew," said Tiger. "That was lucky." "That's easy for you to say," Ant replied miserably. "It wasn't your ice cream. So much for our early warning system." "Must have found a way through," said Kat. "I'm a bit worried about this, guys," Max said. "Ant could have lost more than his ice cream. You're our animal expert, Ant. Just how dangerous are these things?" "Well, as you saw, they have a very strong bite." "What do they eat, apart from ice cream, I mean?" asked Kat. "Mainly seeds and insects." "Can they sting you?" asked Tiger warily. Some species can, but not the common black ant. So we should be okay then, said Max. Well, carried on Ant, they have got one nasty trick. Which is? Asked Cat. They can squirt formic acid at you. Oh, great, Tiger gulped. They use it for defence. As long as you don't bother them, they won't fry you with the acid. Well, anyway, it's gone, said Cat. Max heard one of the cans outside the fort rattle. He looked over the top of the ramparts. Don't be so sure about that, he said. Do, do, do. So tomorrow I'm going to read chapter 3. Right, I want you to have a go at looking at the tricky words that I'm putting on Twitter. Be good. Listen to Mum and Dad or your carers' first instructions. Be good to your brothers and sisters. And missing you. And I'll speak to you soon.